respected judges, my fellow colleagues, and fellow debaters, the global pandemic was undeniably the scariest time for the entire mankind and its survival instinct. However, the quote, "What doesn't kill you makes you strong," finds its apt application to the will and determination of Indian landscape that emerged as a global champion in the digital payment landscape during the pandemic and henceforth. Now, allow me to take you all through the brief, undeniable facts that is easily accessible on the public platform in support of my contention for the topic that is Digital Payment Vision 2025 and its positive implication on the Indian economy. India was leading the digital payment revolution in 2022 with a staggering 89.5 million transactions. Recently, in August 2023, UPI has crossed 10 billion mark transaction. India has also achieved a significant stride in expanding its digital payment system like UPI and RuPay globally. Some of the countries that have officially adopted the digital payment system are France, UAE, Mauritius, Bhutan, and Nepal. Not to forget the very cinematic launch of UPI in France at the Eiffel Tower in Paris. Now, coming back to India's digital payment vision of 2025, allow me to take you all through the vision and the objective. RBI, in exercise of its power under the Payment and Settlement System Act 2007, has come out with the Payment Vision 2025 in objective to ensure safe, secure, fast, convenient, accessible, and affordable e-payment options, either of which of the component cannot be compromised upon. Additionally, 2025 vision encompasses the theme of 4 E's, that is, e-payment for everyone, every time, and everywhere. More or less, it can be said that it is not restricted to the territorial boundaries of India and it has a global reach. Apart from that, the objective aims to have geotagging of digital payment infrastructure, revisiting the guidelines of PPI, that is prepaid payment infrastructure, regulating the intermediaries, regulating the big techs and the fintechs company, and examining the book now and pay later method also. The vision also aligns with the G20 objective of India, that is for cross-border payment by ensuring safety and transactions. Apart from the basics, the larger objectives aim at tripling the number of digital transactions in coming years, increasing in debit card transaction, increase in the PPI transaction, reduce the cash in circulation, and ultimately resulting in increase of payment transaction turnover vis-a-vis GDP to 8. Now, these visions and objectives may be seeming far-fetched as of now. Allow me to substantiate the vision and its positive implications. The vision will regulate and act as a yardstick for all payment players. Hence, it is a comprehensive regulation brought in by RBI. Global reach will enhance, that is directly proportional to the economic well-being of nation, its economic development and financial stability. Waiver of cost and charges imposed upon by RBI on the RTGS real-time gross settlement and NEFT transaction, that is the National Electronic Fund Transfer transaction. Apart from this, enhanced convenience for the end users, building confidence among the end users, and finally, RBI's role has seen a drastic shift wherein, apart from being a mere regulator, it has acted as an enabler to create an environment for a structured payment system. Apart from these, the 4 main components of the vision that I wish to elaborate upon is integrity, innovation, institutionalization, and internationalization. Integrity, the non-negotiable policy to security breach and related threats. Alternate authentication mechanism for digital payment transactions, such as the SMS-based OTP and its enhanced version will be launched. That will lead to the integrity and secure payment. For the innovation aspect, the aim is to develop a regulatory framework for an Internet of Things payment system that will address the data security, identity validation, and authentication aspect. Institutionalization, by participating in international standard-setting bodies, it will definitely foster both domestic and the global trade and commerce. And internationalization, it will lead to use of UPI, RuPay in other jurisdictions that will enhance the trade further. Apart from this, RBI aims to set up 24/7 helpline for the end users, creating awareness through various survey reports, cost reduction for businesses, reduced operational risk. Financial inclusion to be achieved will include the larger interest of nation, that is in achieving the 5 trillion economy vision of 2025. Now, heading towards the conclusion, it is very important to pinpoint that every payment and settlement system of a nation is its backbone to its economy. The predecessor vision of RBI, that is the 2021 digital payment vision, has led to this milestone that India is currently a global player in the digital payment ecosystem. Furthermore, not to forget, the DPDP Act of 2023, that is Digital Personal Data Protection Act, it is acting as a stepping stone on the journey to secure a digital economy. Its implication on the digital payments, I will just sum up in 3 points: unconditional, informed, and unambiguous consent, informing the users of the data that is being collected upon, personal data processing for only for lawful purposes, and data fiduciary obligations that they have to prevent the data breach and further inform the data board. These are in line with the digital payment vision of 2025. Additionally, the National Cyber Security Policy of 2013 further aims to defend the key information from the cyber threats. Hence, concluding my stance in support of the proposition, I would like to summarize that apart from facilitating the ease of living for the citizens and including a financial inclusion, the collective growth of business and economy is a larger perspective that will end up in achieving the growth of national interest by 2025. Thank you. Now my teammate, Darshita will.
Good evening, ma'am, esteemed judges, and my dear colleagues. My name is Darshita Setia, and I will be speaking against the motion. The present topic is divided into 2 aspects. The first being digital payment. India's 2025 digital payment vision. Is it a positive goal? The answer is indeed it is. However, the correct question would be whether India is ready for this positive growth. According to latest statistical analysis, 47% of the Indian citizens does not have a smartphone with internet connection. So a country like India, where people are deprived of the internet connection, whether it be growth or the goal, is a far-fetched dream rather than a reality. Coming back to statistics, it is shocking to note that in 2023 alone, 11 lakh complaints has been filed against digital payment frauds in National Cyber Crime Reporting Portal. RBI in 2020 has itself stated that 93 or 95,000 cases have been filed, which has affected 276 crore rupees in digital frauds. All these data shows that with the proliferation of digital avenues, cyber crimes has been emerged in India. Now, Future Crime Survey has found an interesting report in 2023. According to the report, financial frauds amount to 77% of the cyber crimes, of which 47% alone is because of UPI payments. All the data that I have presented clearly envisages a picture of vulnerable society of our country, which again raises the question whether India is ready for growth. Now, which leads to the second aspect of this topic, which is adequate safety measures under IT. IT Act was introduced to recognize the transactions carried out by e-commerce. It is interesting to note that IT Act provides various sections for against the online frauds or cyber crimes. However, it does not specifically deals with any of the sections under IT Act, deals with digital payment frauds. The second act would be Payment and Settlement Act, which again does not deal directly with the digital payment frauds. All the penalties provided under the act is regulatory in nature and not criminal. Even in under IT Act, the conviction rate is as low as 0.89%, which again raises the question, is the laws enough in our country to protect it? Now, if you talk to anyone around you, you will find that they or someone they know has been fallen as a prey for online frauds. So all these data and IT acts are one aspect of the topic. Now let's become a layman for the sake of this debate. When I was researching on the topic, I just simply Googled what is the process of filing a complaint if I have been fraud digitally. And I, as a law student, was overwhelmed with the response. Neither a single platform could guide me, nor there was an act enacted specifically for this purpose. Even I, as a person who is overwhelmed, let alone those 11 lakh complaints which are filing on yearly basis, which also projects which comes to the recovery rate, which is even low of 10% in these cases, which is purely because of the lack of the laws and its awareness in the society. It is a common saying that precaution is better than cure. The data that I have shown clearly shows that we have not been precautionary enough. Hence, the cure is required before we implement the vision of 2025 into reality.